In ancient times, there lived a powerful king who kept a skilled magician at his court. When the old magician grew too weak to continue his work, he asked the king, "Send me a bright young boy so I can teach him everything I know. That way he can serve you after I am gone." The king agreed and began sending boys to the magician's house for training. One of these boys was a thoughtful young man named Elias. Every day, on his way to the magician's house, Elias would pass by a humble home where an old, devout man lived. This man followed the pure, original teachings of Jesus. He believed in one God and lived a life of worship and prayer. Elias found himself stopping each day to sit and listen. The old man's words touched his heart deeply. So while Elias learned sorcery from the magician, he was secretly learning true faith from this righteous believer. Months turned into years, and Elias grew into a young man caught between two very different paths. One day, a fierce lion blocked the main road, terrifying everyone who tried to pass. People were stuck and afraid. Elias saw his chance. He picked up a small stone and prayed silently, "Oh God, if the faith of the old believer is true, then let this stone kill the lion." He threw the stone, and the lion fell dead instantly. Word of the miracle spread like wildfire. Soon, sick people from all over the kingdom began coming to Elias. Blind children regained their sight. Lepers were healed. Every disease vanished through his sincere prayers to God. News of these miracles reached the king's blind chief advisor. The advisor came to Elias carrying expensive gifts and said, "If you heal my eyes, all of this is yours." Elias replied gently, "I do not heal anyone, only God heals. If you promise to believe in him alone, I will pray for you." The advisor agreed. Elias prayed, and the man's sight was instantly restored. When the advisor returned to the royal court with shining eyes, the king was stunned. "Who gave you back your sight?" he demanded. "My lord, the Lord of all the worlds," the advisor replied. The king's face darkened. "You mean there is another Lord besides me?" "Yes, your majesty. Our Lord is God, the one who created you and me." The king flew into a rage. He tortured the advisor and demanded to know who had taught him this faith. The advisor finally revealed Elias's name. The king summoned Elias at once. "You have become so skilled in magic that you can now cure the blind and the incurable," he sneered. Elias answered calmly, "I do not cure anyone. Only God grants healing." Enraged, the king ordered Elias to abandon his new faith. When the young man refused, the king commanded his soldiers, "Take him to the top of the highest mountain. If he renounces his faith, let him go. If not, throw him off the cliff." The soldiers dragged Elias up the steep mountain. As they prepared to push him, Elias raised his hands and prayed with complete trust. "Oh God, save me from these people in whatever way you please." Suddenly, the entire mountain began to shake violently. The soldiers lost their balance and tumbled to their deaths below. Elias remained standing safely on the peak. He walked back down unharmed and returned straight to the palace. The astonished king asked, "Where are my soldiers?" Elias replied, "God saved me and destroyed them." The king could do nothing more. Elias's faith had triumphed through the open help of God. This story reminds us of a beautiful truth. When righteous people walk the path of truth and are willing to sacrifice for it, God himself becomes their protector. No matter how powerful the enemy, no matter how impossible the situation looks, if you stand firm for what is right, God's help will come in ways you could never imagine. Stay with the good people, stay with the truth, and you will never walk alone.